Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm glad you're here. This is part 2. I recorded a video earlier that you saw on my last video, but it was so big, there was so much stuff that I did not have time, nor did I want to torture y'all in one sitting. It's not that I didn't have time. Obviously, I have time. I'm doing it now. And it's only been about 40 minutes since I recorded the other video. But I meant I didn't want to tie up y'all's time in a big, huge 2-hour video. So, I'm back. Yes. Same outfit, same everything, because this is a part 2. So, I did misspeak about my day the last time. I said that I went to West Columbia on Wednesday after we shut our store down, which I did. But I also went back to Columbia Thursday. But I did not go by the West Columbia store. I went to meet my sons at Best Buy to get my husband a Father's Day birthday present. So I could have went by West Columbia, but by the time I got home from work, from cleaning up the store, and got everything out of the truck, because I ended up getting this table from work, which, hello, I love it. So I unloaded the truck and everything, and then I texted my son and said, do you want me to meet you? Because they work together. They install fire sprinkler systems. And I said, you know, since you're up in Columbia, do you want me to meet you up there to get Dad's present? And he said, sure. So off to Columbia I went. And yes, I could have went by West Columbia at the 70% off. But honestly, what I'd seen the day before, I got what I wanted anyway. At the daggone 60% off. So it really wasn't any sense of me going. And since my husband's been so awesome throughout this whole thing, I was like, nope, today is about focusing on something for him. So, now, alright. This is not as eclectic or random as I bought at my last day of my store. And I did tell you, it was disappointing to go from 90% at my store up to West Columbia and them still be at 60%. They were closing in 5 days. Because they closed yesterday. Memorial Day was their last day. So I'm thinking, why are they still at 60% when they close in 5 days? I have no clue. I even asked John, the guy from Great American, and he was not going to answer that question. So, anyway. All right. So, let me get started. Now, y'all know how I bought that 2 yards of Blizzard fleece or anti-pill fleece. I don't really remember. At my store, it's been a minute, but it was 70% off or it was 80% off. I can't remember. It was like $1.50. Okay. Well, I didn't get these at $1.50 because they were only at 60% off. I did get these at hang tight, $2.60 a piece, which is still not bad. These are perfect for the interior of quilts if you want to do that. That's why I got white, so that it wouldn't be anything showing through my quilts. But here's, I bought 3 of those. I swore I bought more than that. Oh, I did. Okay. So here's 3 more. So I ended up getting 6 of these 2-yard cuts of Blizzard fleece. Which, I mean, they were $26, and I got them for $2.80. So, still a good deal. It just wasn't the 80% off that I had, and then the 90% off I'd had the same day as I went up there. So I was like, you know what? But for 6, I have 6 of those, and 2 yards. Actually, hold on. 2 yards. What's the width of fabric on this thing? I don't remember. Oh, okay. 58 inches wide. Okay, so that would be a great throw quilt for $2.80 for my to use as my batting, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so apparently for this trip, I got fabric, I have yarn, I have quilting batting, so to speak, and I have pillows. They had pillows too. So they didn't have the 2 packs that I was looking for. And I don't remember if the ones I bought at my store, were they 14, 16, or 18 inch. I don't remember. But this is the premier ones. It's not the basic. I do have a basic. I got this at my store, and I forgot to show y'all in the last video. I do have a basic. And it's not bad. But you can tell a difference. Even in the material. Look. This is a non-woven cover, and this is a woven cover. I mean, you can tell the difference in the two. I don't know if that'll make a difference in any pillows I make, but I ended up getting 1, 2, 3. I got 4 of these. These were not as cheap, of course. You know, nothing I bought at West Columbia was as cheap as I could get it. But these were $3.40. My husband's like, and you need pillows for what? I'm not a throw pillow person. Or I'm not. But I think these would be darling for quilt blocks and stuff that I might not want to do. You know what I just thought of? If I make the perfect quilt that I want to make for my bed. Well, not necessarily a quilt. I don't know if I'm going to make a duvet cover or a quilt. Because a duvet cover, I would just basically do a hollow quilt. And then just put my duvet insert in it. So, I don't know. It might be nice to have both. Do a duvet cover for winter months. And then do a quilt for summer months. And just do a lightweight batting inside. I like my bedroom 65 degrees. Summer, winter, it doesn't matter. But anyway, because I like to cuddle up in blankets. That's just a comfort thing for me. So anyway, 3 of these, and what did I say I paid for these? Forgot that fast. $3.40. Still cannot beat that. Still cannot beat it. Alright. So I have 6 Blizzard 2 yards and 4 pillows, plus the one that I bought from my store that I showed y'all in the last video. Well, that I didn't show you in the last video. Okay. Yarn. And fabric. And quilting stuff. Okay. Well, yarn, yes, but not in the yarn in the way that you would think yarn. Because y'all saw from my last video what I bought at my store, all that yarn. I have plenty of yarn at the moment. But I saw this the previous week or two. Was the last time I took my husband to the doctor. So it was at the beginning of May. I saw this yarn. I'll put this right here for now. I saw this yarn. And I wasn't crazy about the colors. But they must have got more in. And these are very basic. They're basic colors. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are basic colors. So I got sock yarn. Of course you know I have sock yarn. But the fun thing about sock yarn is it doesn't have to be for just socks. This is called Flax, the color. To me, it's like a medium gray. Yeah. I mean, but this is 166 yards, 75-25 wool blend. So, I think, if I remember right, my patterns normally I can get one pair of socks out of one if I use a contrasting color on the heels and toes. Usually I leave this in, the cuff is the same color as this. The heels and toes aren't seen, so I don't mind using another color in that. But I got 3 of those, and these were $1.50 a piece for all of this Croy socks, patent Croys. Now, this one is the same thing, but they're calling this seashell colors. This is medium gray, and this is light gray. To me, what do I know? I'm not patents. I don't get to name the colors. But I mean, for $1.50, you know, for $1.50 for a pair of socks, handmade socks, I'll take it. Because y'all know I don't buy, I don't buy store-made socks anymore. I don't wear, I'll get it out in a minute, y'all, I promise. I don't wear store-bought socks anymore. I only wear the socks that I make. This right here I thought was a gorgeous, this is geranium colors. But I thought that was pretty. And yes, it looks like different colors, actually. I thought it was spun different. It might be. Or wound different. I think it might just be wound different. Because, yeah, because, I mean, these have the same lot numbers and everything, so. Yep. Okay, so it's just, they're all the same color. They're just wound differently. And you can tell when they're wound differently. I'm trying, because it's still overcast real bad. It's just not currently raining, so it looks like it's a little brighter in here. Which I love in my new space. Alright, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 new sock yarns. Which is always a good thing, right? I'm still working on those socks from that set from Premier. I did finish my other socks. I just haven't had a chance. With all these haul videos, I haven't had a chance to show y'all my makes. But that's coming after this video. Because I think this is my last haul video, period. It is my last haul video. Because there's nothing else open near me. West Columbia closed yesterday. Alright, now. I told you I had some fabric in here. Just a little fat quarter. Tonal green. That thing was expensive compared to what I've been buying mine at. But take it with a grain of salt when I say expensive, because, you know, like I said, it was 45 cents. But it was expensive. It's 60% off. Oh, I should have known that. Duh. Actually, no. That math isn't mathing. Oh, it was 70% off. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, that wasn't working. The math wasn't quite working. But you got to keep in mind, too, it was the 70% off, or the 60% off for this stuff, plus the 50% when I got up to the register. Because at this point, you could use your employee discount, but it made no sense to. Because everybody, including walk-in customers, got 50% off their total at the register. Beats our 30%. I can't argue. I liked our 30% for a long time. Alright, so I have a lot of binding because they had so much more than we had. Yes, it was 60% off, but let me see. Oop. I'm dropping things. Y'all know it wouldn't be my show, my video, my whatever this thing is, if I didn't drop things left and right? Plus, my hands are exhausted. Those shelves, building those shelves yesterday took it out of me like crazy. Okay. So I have bias tape in my hand. Let me see. Bias tape on here. Okay. So some of it was 60 cents and some of it was 80 cents. Yale was 80 cents. Yale was expensive stuff. Yale and red. Imagine that. Alright. I don't know what Yale is, but I have. Oh, I see what Yale is. Okay. Yale is like a bright royal blue. That's what it looks like. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Normally, I have my junk together. Y'all know this. But everything's been disorganized. So, I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so I have some double fold binding tape in Yale. Okay. And then I have a 1/2 inch. Alright, so this is 0.875 inches. And then this is a 1/2 inch of the single fold. But now I'm not going to double fold that. But I have some 875 single fold that I can double if I need to. I say this like I know what I'm doing, and I don't. But that's okay. I'm all about learning, because I think that when you stop learning, you stop growing, and yeah, you always need to be continually learning, whether it's just the smallest little minor things. So, I forgot to go check my greenhouse before I started the video, and I'll check it in a little while. So these are double fold, extra wide, 1/2 inch. But I just got 3 blacks of this. Now, I don't know if this Fabani is any good. I mean, this is JOANN brand, so I don't know. I don't know if it's Fabani, Fabani. I don't know how you say it. I just say Fabani. What does it matter? They're closing. They're closed. JOANN is no more. Yeah. Yep. Which I'm sad. Because for the most part, that was a dream job before things went to heck in a handbasket. Okay. So, I have... That was black. I showed you my royal blue. Now, I have some extra wide double fold in 1/2 inch in red. And I also bought... Oh, okay, so I do have 2 different kinds. I thought I had bought all 3, or all of the red in the 875 as a double fold. But I have one here that is a single fold in red. So I don't know if I can double fold a single fold. What you think? Can I do it? I don't know. I've never done it, so why not try it, right? We'll give it a shot. Okay, so navy. I had to get my stuff together. So I have 4 of the navy as well. Now, I don't know. I'm excited to get going on all this. I mean, the last 2 months, 3 months, basically it was March, April, May. Yeah, 3 months. It's not been a fun ride for me at work. And that has spilled over into my home life. So I'm hoping now that that is no longer a thing for me, that I will have more time to expand on my makes. Yes, I'm having a ball with my project bags. And since that will be my income at the moment, I need to keep up with that. But I also want to expand and do some quilting stuff too, you know? Because the channel's not big enough to really earn me money yet. And that's okay. I don't mind taking it slow. That's all right. So I do need to count on my website and my bags and stuff to make money for me right now. So I will try to balance between fun money earning and fun practice stuff. I do want to get good enough in my quilting to maybe offer table runners or something on my website, or even I could do quilt tops and with no binding or anything, and just have it. Oh no, I can't do that. Anyway, all right, those are just things that run through my brain at random times. I thought I knew that was coming. I'm sorry, I knew that was coming. I just couldn't stop it. All right, now for the real fabric. I know I had a little bit of fabric a minute ago. That was only for the fat quarter. I got some more mushrooms. This is a beautiful flannel that I found at West Columbia. Unfortunately, it was only 60% off, but I was able to make it work. This was $5 a yard. No, I take that back. It was 60% off. So it was $4 a yard. $4 a yard. But it's still pretty, isn't it? And at this point, they were doing whole bolts. Where did my wrapper come? My wrapper came off of it. Huh. I'll show you what I mean with when I show you the others. You had to buy the whole bolt. They were past cutting, you know. There was no debate on, oh, you want 2 yards? You want a whole bolt? No, it was, you get the whole bolt. Or you don't get it at all. All right. Now, this right here was, oh, it says 2 yards. Okay. This is just they're calling it a blender red. But I thought it was beautiful. So I was like, why not? Oh, you know what? I do have the receipt for this. Could have used that. That was 1998 for that. Okay, this one was Blender Red. Anybody? Okay, it's only 2 yards, so this was $3.99. All right. Now I got some brown too, because you know what I noticed the other day. I knew I didn't have a whole lot of browns or a whole lot of green. All right. But I didn't see the green there. Y'all know those horses that I ended up picking up at my store, and I said that I hoped West Columbia had all these ones that I had been looking at. They didn't. There's only one in here that they had that I wanted left. Because John had told me Wednesday morning when we were closing our store, he's like, yeah, West Columbia still has a lot of fabric left. I was like, oh, okay, good, because I'm going there after I leave here. And I got up there, and they must have had a busy morning because it was not a lot of fabric left. So this right here was 7 yards. Wait, they didn't write it down on this one? Then how did she know it was 7 yards? Oh, she did the trick. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's right. Give or take a half a yard. But this right here was $14. Can't beat it. It's a good bottom piece fabric, or if I want to do like a woodland, I do have a woodland theme quilt in mind that I want to do. So, and another one that's not marked. So this is the band I was talking about, because they went ahead and wrote it. My store, we actually had to print out a paper for it, but they just wrote it out on here. And this one they didn't write it on. So this one is Salt Dye Black. Salt Dye Black says it was 5 yards, and I paid $10 for it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, well, they're right. It was only 5 yards. Okay, good deal. All right, now, so I'll stay, okay, I did the red, and I forgot to stay kind of in the color family. So, I have more red, of course, red and black, bulldog, baby. Yes, I'm a goofball. This one right here says 8 yards, and it doesn't feel like, well, it might be. It doesn't feel like it. But this right here is striped dots, and they rang it up as 8, but it might be, because I think that's the factory fold right there. It is. So okay, it is 8 yards. I stand corrected. It is 8 yards. It was $16. Again, a good base, or it could be an accent block. A base for my bags, or it could be an accent block on a quilt. Now, I like this. I have this, I think I bought a little bit of this when I went up there in purple. I kind of regret getting so little of the purple, especially since I got this, and yeah. Now, I think this was factory fold, but it got jacked up, sort of, kind of. So this might be another 8-yard bolt. It does say 8 yards. So, and this is Doodle Dots Black. Isn't that so blasted cute? It's so fun looking. I wouldn't mind having a bag in this and then a solid black bottom, honestly. This was $16 as well. But so I got 3 black tones, right? Pretty good. Pretty good. Now I'm going to go back with my reds. This right here is automatically a factory because we get them like this. So this is another $16. But this is the red version. So now I have the red, a little bit of the purple, and the black. I could do a striped bag of the red and black. How cute. Look at that. I like that together. I'm weird, okay? That's all right. I'm weird. All right. So originally, I have 2 receipts because originally my husband and I went in and we got fabric, all except for this one. And that's the only thing I bought was fabric. Because I was disgusted. Is that bad? I was disgusted with the 60% off. But y'all, I had just closed my store and I was still emotional. I was. I'm not going to lie. I was very emotional about it. So going up there in that frame of mind probably wasn't the best idea I'd ever had. But, oh, I should have waited till the next day. But I thought they were like us. And she said, when I got up there, she's like, yeah, I don't understand why the prices didn't drop today. Normally they drop on Wednesdays. That's why I went on Wednesday. And they wouldn't answer their phone, so I couldn't call and ask. And I didn't think to ask John if they were at 60 or 70%. I should have. But anyway, so I went back in after me and my husband went out to the truck. And I bought all this fabric. And I went back in and I got the pillows, the blizzard fleece, the sock yarn, the quilt binding. And I saw this. And it made me think of ladybugs. Now, when Minnie Mouse, her outfit, isn't hers dots? I don't remember. But, sorry. This just says Zest dot black on red. But, of course, it's still in the wrapping paper, the wrapper, so it's 8 yards. $16. But I like this. And if I don't use it, actually I could use that quilts and bags. I'm not gonna lie. And this little guy here. Now, I know when I first saw it, I thought of, you know how the neon lights look? I thought that was neon. Because when you look at it from a distance, it kind of does have that. The blue plays off the black, and it kind of does that optical illusion with your eyes. This is only 6.5 yards. And I bought that one for... Oh, they're calling this a grunge stripe blue. I don't see where they get the grunge at. Maybe the black part is the grunge? I don't know. But that's what it's called. Okay. So this one was $13. Now, in using this with a bag, I can use it as the bottom, or I could use it as the top and go up and down. Oh. But you got to make sure. Oh, I'm so sorry. When you're using something like this, you got to really make sure you're cutting straight and not any diagonal and, yeah, whatnot. Ask me how I know. So, I'm going to leave that one for last. Alright, this is one I was telling y'all about, but I was looking for it in the flannel. They had boo-koodles of bolts of this in cotton, still, the day I went. But they didn't have any. My store had the flannel by the boo-koodles, and I was like, oh, it'll be here when I come back, and it wasn't. So I regretted not getting it, because I think this would have been a great design for reusable dishcloths. I mean, reusable paper towels. I really do. I think that would be just such a fun color. So I wasn't able to get it in the flannel, but I did get one bolt of this in the cotton. And it still has this band on, so this is going to be an 8-yard bolt. Oh, this was a little more expensive. This was 8 yards at $18. Why? Why would it be more expensive? I mean, because they're considering it a novelty print. Sure, it's a novelty. I mean, yes, it is kind of novelty-ish, but to me, the novelty is the animal prints. That says animal insect, but that to me is not what I think of when I think animal prints. I think animal prints of the actual animal, you know, like horses, cats, dogs, chickens, cows, goats, pigs. Animals, not leopard print. What I meant to say is leopard spots. Okay, we're almost done. Hang tight with me. I don't know how long I've been yapping, because I was so excited to get started on the second video, I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Y'all know me and batiks. This is the only batik I could find in the entire store. Wow. It didn't set my heart on fire and make my brain just zing with ideas. It is still a very pretty color. And I can use this in combination with some other aquas and teals and stuff to make a gorgeous quilt. This is 5 yards. So not a whole lot of it. But seeing as how this will be quilted stuff, it's fine. Alright. 5 yards, $15. The most expensive one that I bought. But still cheap. See, when I think of it like this, I can appreciate the deal I got on all of this fabric. But when I was there in person, I was expecting more, so I guess that I was disappointed with it. I don't know. I mean, like I said, my headspace has just not been where it needs to be. Definitely. Okay, now, just to let you know, that is it. That is all the haul. If that's what you came for here, I'm glad you saw it. And if you do end up wanting to click off, I understand. I hope you have a great day. Now, if you're going to stay, I got a little bit of talking to do before I sign off on here. I have been asked by more than one person in email and in comments, am I going to stop my channel now that JOANN's closed? No. I was here before JOANN's, and I'm going to be here after JOANN's. So, I don't know if she wanted it to be that I was going to stop, or one girl, honey, I cannot remember your name right now, and I'm sorry. I'm wanting to say it was Melissa. I think that's your name. Missy or Melissa emailed me, and I know you're ready for me to continue on, because she was like, don't stop your channel, you could do this, you could do that, and it would be great if you could do this. And she had some good ideas. I might snag a couple, and if I do, I will let you know who gave me that idea. But no, I'm not going anywhere. I still love to create. I still love to talk. I still love to show you what I create. So no, I'm not going anywhere. And I have this wonderful new space in which to do it in. Now, I admit, I am tired. But like I told y'all in the last video, I have been working non-stop. Monday the 19th to today, the 27th. So 8 days. I've been going and going and going. And I haven't even had time to relax in the evenings and just knit, crochet, or anything like that. It's been getting the store closed, getting everything finalized, getting it cleaned, then traipsing all around, getting stuff for this construction, and rearranging my entire living space and my house and is disarray, and painting and all the fun stuff. I'm not complaining. I'm just exhausted. And yeah, I told y'all I've been exhausted, but this took it to a whole new level. I slept till 7 a.m. this morning. I know I said that in my last video, but I literally haven't slept to 7 a.m. in so long. But now I didn't go to bed till after midnight, which is very unusual for me. But I was in here. And when I finally get a minute to finish everything and get everything done, I will record a video to show you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to burp that loud. But I'm ready for y'all to see it. Because if you cannot tell, I am so stinking excited to be in this space. It's not 8 by 8. And I'm ready to show y'all what I've done. I feel really pleased with most of how things turned out. I do wish it was bigger. And you're going to be like, what? When you see it. I do wish it was bigger because I still unfortunately have to store things in other parts of my house. And the idea behind me building a space was to make it big enough to where none of this bled into my house. So I can get there, I think, if I start, because the reason I needed so much space to house all this stuff is because I've been buying like crazy. Now my poor little credit card can take a break, okay? It can take a break because they're closed. Now, I have been asked to get, by Emily, I have been asked to get some dolphin fabric. Y'all, I have not been able to find that at a reasonable price anywhere, so I'm still looking. But I won't have a whole lot of haul videos in the short-term future because I bought so much and I don't have any more space to house any more stuff. Okay, so we're gonna cross our fingers that I don't lose half of you when I don't do haul videos anymore. I hope I don't, because I have really thoroughly enjoyed all of the feedback that I'm getting from y'all. So hang around. Oh, sorry. Hang around. See what I'm going to come up with next, because you just never know with me. It could be knitting. It could be crochet. It could be sewing. It could be bag making. It could be quilting. It could be weaving on my loom, because I really, really, really want to free up my loom. And I had a blank spot. I just, my mind went blank. But I do need to get off here and go check my greenhouse. I have tried, y'all. I have planted my green beans 3 times. An abundance of green beans. 3 beds worth. And my beds are about 20 feet long. But bugs, by the time they get up and they got the 2 leaves, bugs are eating them and they're just deadheading them. Now, I didn't pull them immediately. Every time they got eaten, I didn't pull them. I left them just in case the plant wanted to sprout new, but no. Nope. Nope. Now, maybe if they had done it, if they deadheaded it after it had 4 leaves, it might have stood a chance. But I am on my 3rd planting. So, I'm hoping that between me and my daughter-in-law trying to come up with some concoctions for this stuff, that we can do a pest control, a natural with essential oils pest control that will stop me from having to constantly replant my beans. Because I'm tired of replanting them. And I plant probably 6 to 8 packs every time I plant. So it's getting expensive for these bugs to be eating my green beans. But I can my green beans. And in fact, I had to buy store-bought this past year throughout the winter. Because last year's harvest, I canned all of my beans. But the second half of them, they were fuzzy and they were falling apart, but it was a different kind of bean that I'd tried, so it just didn't work. So I'm gonna get off here and go check on them to see if they're actually. I'm scared because beans like a moderate moisture, and it's been raining for 3 days, and I planted them right before all this rain came in, so I'm hoping, keep your fingers crossed for me, that it might have some growth out there, and I can grab that concoction from my daughter-in-law and spray my plants down, and hopefully 3rd time's the charm, right? But anyway, so I'm gonna get off here so I can get all that done and then finish organizing the stuff. Since I have all of the whole stuff filmed, I can now find a home for it. So I hope you have a great afternoon, morning, night, whenever you get to watch it. Whichever you do, I hope that you have some kind of joy that you can grab a hold to today. Whether that be hanging out with someone, staying alone, just listening to yourself think, listening to music, watching streaming shows on your TV or YouTube, knitting, crocheting, weaving, sewing, painting, whatever. Or even if you're a fisher person, go fishing. Whatever brings you joy, I hope you get to do that today. So I will see you in the next one. And the next one, I think, will be a tour of my new workspace. So I will see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye.